Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and in this video we are going to take a look at the HyperOS 2.0.3.0, which is ported from Redmi 12 Pro, the Xiaomi 12 Pro, and the Xiaomi K60E or the Redmi K60E. I'm really confused about the names. So yeah, this is the HyperOS and it's based on Android 14 for Redmi Note 4 and the Redmi Note 4X. So without wasting any more time, let's take a look at it. So guys, this is HyperOS 2.0.3.0 as you can see, and it says device Redmi Note 4 and 4X, and it says only 4X because I don't know, it's a Chinese ROM. So, and this is my Redmi Note for Indian variant, so it will work on your Indian variants too. It will work on your Snapdragon Redmi Note 4 because there's one MediaTek Redmi Note 4 too, so it won't work on that. And you can see storage 18 GB out of 64. So yeah, I have the 64 GB variant, and it will show you all the details about your Redmi Note 4 info and specs. And let's move in here. It says Android version 14, and the security patch is November 2024. As you can see, is based on Android 14. So guys, now let's start with the lock screen. So this is the lock screen. I have set a custom wallpaper in here. You can download and you can also use custom wallpapers. Also you can edit the lock screen, but I don't know why there are no wallpaper previewed in any of this, so I'm just going to skip this, and because I have already updated my clock face because of that. So yeah, this is how you can do it, but obviously it's a port, so don't expect everything to work totally fine. But otherwise than that, all the basic functions like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, everything is working fine. Even VoLTE is working fine. Now, I don't know Vio Wi-Fi is working fine or not. I have enabled it, but yeah, you guys can check it accordingly. And then this is the settings UI. So we're directly into the settings UI. Let's just go back. So this is the app drawer, and let's see if you can change the layout. Going into settings, and here you have transit name. Let's click on more, and you have these options. Yeah, home screen. Then we have with app drawer with light mode. So if you are a user of Google Pixel or any Google devices, and if you like the launcher style with app drawer, then you can choose. Or if you are like the iPhone kind of lover, which only has the direct app drawer without any custom app drawer, the home screen app drawer is same. So yeah, you can choose that style. Then you have all these options. If you want, you can check out. That's like just the basic options everywhere. But yeah, this is how the app drawer looks. These are the apps we get. We don't get Play Store by default. You have to install it with the APK, and you have to enable Google Play services too. So I will explain all the procedure later, before the installation procedure begins. And yeah, let's just move into the system right now, because yeah, that's what it is. Remaining in the part of the video. This is the settings UI, and I like the settings UI. It's colorful, the font is nice. I have set a different font. It has only two fonts, so yeah, I set that second font. The font is nice. The settings UI looks really nice. It's well categorized. You can see all the personalization, all the device settings which you can do, the security stuff, the screen on time and all that stuff, normal stuff, feedback, and then here comes the my device and sign into your Xiaomi account. So everything is well categorized, so I really love this part from Xiaomi. So guys, now let's quickly take an overview of all the features which are present. So first, let's take a look at the personalization tab. You can see you can change the AOD. I don't know if AOD works or not. I have tried it and it does not work for me. So if you have any methods to make it work, you can try that, but I recommend not to, because we have an LCD display. It's not even AMOLED, so AOD, just forget about it. Then we have wallpaper. You can change wallpapers from here. You have some custom wallpapers preloaded into your system, so you can check them out. Then we have themes. You can set themes. You can make it look like iPhones, like a lot of people do. As you can see, these are all my themes which I had installed, and yeah, you can check them out later. Then you can also change icon size, and I think you can also change the icon shapes. Yeah, going through the more icons, then moving here, you can download some icons from the theme. So yeah, if you are really fond of doing all that. Then fonts, we have this Pro font. I don't know what it says in Chinese, but this is the default font, Mi Sans, and I use this Pro font, so I think this is the Mi Sans Pro, and I really love this font. It looks really nice in the bold and stuff. So yeah, and yeah, here as you can see, it's like some more online themes, so you can check that out later. Then we have lock screen, and you can change a lot of stuff regarding the lock screen. You have pocket mode, press and hold to edit, and double tap to wake or turn up the screen. notifications in status bar. You can change the way the notifications look. As you can see, app notifications, you can change enable disable stuff regarding notifications, the notification shade. You have the classic and Android. Then we have the number of notifications and a lot of more stuff that Xiaomi has been giving us. Then control center style, you can also change it, the newer style or the older, which we saw in a lot of Android devices, and the Android offers. But you have the dual style here, the notifications, and from the right corner you get the quick settings and stuff. So this is one part you can change. And yeah, a lot of stuff is there. I will just give you an overview. This is the home screen launcher settings. You can change all that later. Dark mode options, you have scheduling the dark mode, adjust text and background automatically. So yeah, if you have anything totally blackened out, so it will not set it black, the status bar icons. Or there are some issues regarding themes using different apps or in different scenarios, it will adjust it automatically. You have the sunlight mode, you have advanced textures. This is night light, so you can use enable night light. I don't want to use it. And we have the display resolution. You cannot likely change that to QHD plus. Then font settings, that's exactly what I have already shown you. Have display, have sound and vibration, and you can change that stuff. You can see all the sound related stuff, giving you just an overview. Then face data and screen lock. Now I have not set any face lock because I want to do it when I've been shooting the video. So let's set a pattern. This is really annoying from Xiaomi. I mean, we all know, guys, that I want to set a pattern. So yeah, just let me set my style to the pattern, confirming it. It's done. Yeah, let's add face data. Okay, this is getting really stupid. Okay, cool. I hope you guys can see my face. Okay, it has let's name it face 1. My face has become really oily. It's totally okay. It has detected my face and you can unlock, so that's good. The feature works, but it's not that kind of secure. Allow face unlock when screen lights up. Let's see this. Okay, so it's something different. I thought it will just unlock my screen right away, so it's not that. Okay, stay on lock screen after unlocking. So there's the feature that I wanted to see. Okay, this is really nice. It will just skip the lock screen, so I'm not fond of seeing all the notifications and all that. I just want to go into the our home screen. So yeah, there's no like fingerprint, because I think the devices from which the ROM has been ported does not have fingerprint. I guess, I'm not really sure, but yeah, this is my assumption. And I think that is it. If you want to see more functions, you have the screen time. You can, okay, I have to, okay, so this is the screen time. You can the UI I find is really appealing. You know, the battery icons to the sorry, not the icons, the banner, the current mode and all that stuff it has been giving Xiaomi. It's really nice. And then we have Mi AI, sorry about that. And this is how, you know, there are a lot of functions. I assure you guys, you will love this ROM, and just, you know, get into this and go for all the settings, because if I keep explaining all the settings, it will get a lot more boring and all that. So this is how all the settings are in here, in the and the features in the HyperOS 2.0.3.0 for Redmi Note 4 and the Redmi Note 4X. So guys, now giving a final conclusion about this ROM is totally stable. I mean, for me it's stable. Like, all the basic functions are working. You can call, you can record videos, you can shoot with the camera, you can, you know, capture photos, record videos. This is obviously the Google camera. There's no Xiaomi camera. It's just camera is processing, but I had clicked a few pictures before and it works. I don't know why. The UI is kind of laggy. Enable gallery go. Okay, you have to do some stuff to let the picture sit somewhere. And I guess video recording is not working, and I did not test it. So yeah guys, I think the camera is having some issues, but you guys tried on your own. I think the photos are working fine, but the video is not. So yeah, sorry about that. I did not test it thoroughly. Then you have all these apps, and yep. Also, now let's move towards installing the Play Store. I don't want to talk about a lot of stuff, like this is Redmi Note 4, a very old classic device from Xiaomi or Redmi, you can call any of that. And let's move into getting the Play Store enabled. Now guys, firstly you have to move into settings. You have to go down again, additional settings. Then you have to go inside the accounts and sync. Go to basic Google services, and you have to enable this would be disabled. You have to enable this and reboot your device. So after rebooting, you have to install the APK which I have provided down below in the description. So as you can see, it's in my file manager somewhere. Okay, so this is the Play Store, that APK that worked fine for me. So you have to install this, and then you can install all these apps. So you have installed Chrome, YouTube, Google, and I got bored installing other apps. So yeah, that was it. Installing the Google Play. You have to just get the Google Play APK from the links in the description and just install that one. Don't go installing G apps or do any other stuff to get G apps on this. So you just have to follow the same method which I have followed. I have tried a lot of Google Play APKs and this one worked. So yeah, that's why I'm posting it down below in the description. So guys, now let's take a look at the installation of the HyperOS 2.0.3.0 based on Android 14 on your Redmi Note 4. So first of all, what you have to do is power off your device. You will need to have TWRP installed in order to install the custom ROM. And also guys, always back up your data from the internal storage first, because this time we are going to flash repartitioner like thing which we have used on our Galaxy S7 and S8 to flash ROMs. So you have to increase the system to 6 GB in order to flash this HyperOS 2.0.3.0. So guys, let's boot into the custom recovery now. Now previously I said TWRP, but I literally forgot which recovery I was on. So I had the Orangefox recovery installed, and I recommend you guys use the Orangefox recovery because I used that and it was in the files which were in the Telegram. So it was in there, and yeah, I have to use that. So let's boot your device into TWRP. My power button is a bit not working. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, it's partially working. So I'm really hoping it boots into TWRP. I booted it right now because I had to move the files, but yeah. So you have to press the volume up and power button, and I hope this angle works for me to boot it into the Orangefox recovery. So yeah, you can use this button. Let's skip this part of the video. So guys, finally after applying a correct angle and pushing the power button properly, it worked and it has booted into Orangefox recovery. Okay guys, let's continue. We got a call from my friend, so I had to answer it. So yeah, that was the slight interruption. And now the first thing you have to do is go into the SD card. Now I guys recommend an SD card to be used in this process, because you have to copy these files. It is going to repart your system. So this Santoni mido 6 GB system, it's going to increase your system size to 6 GB. So that process is going to wipe your internal storage. So please make sure you have an SD card or OTG to flash this ROM, because you like doing it from internal storage is really crazy and you have to copy the files again and again, and I'm not sure if that would work fine. So yeah, just use an SD card or OTG. So first of all you have to do is flash the repartitioner. Now this is going to respace your internal storage, your the system partition. So flash it. Let me skip this. This will auto reboot into Orangefox recovery, so don't be afraid. So guys, our device has rebooted back into TWRP after flashing the 6 GB system. To confirm that, you have to move into system, and I think where is the advanced wipe options? Okay, manage partitions, go to system, and as you can see, the size says 5744 MB, so it's close to 6 GB, not totally if you do the math, it's not exact 6 GB, but yes, the system size has increased. If you have seen it before, the system size is not 6 GB, obviously it's 4 GB, I guess, 4 or 3 GB, I don't know, but yes, it has increased to 6 GB. Now what you have to do is, if you have any errors here, you have to check this log, the TWRP log. If you have any mount errors, you have to go is into the wipe option, choose the option, or maybe you have to go into manage partitions, choose the option which is not getting mounted, like the cache partition, and go to change file system, and you have to change it again to ext4. So you have to do that process. Now I don't have this issue because I have already flashed the repartitioner once, so that is why, I guess, because the same applied to my S7 and S8 while showing the procedure to you guys. So that was really bad. Now you have to wipe this partitions. You have to select these and just swipe to wipe. And you can see if you have any errors here, you will face errors. So as you can see, there are no errors found. Wiping data, you can see formatting system and all that stuff, there are no errors to be found. So this is a very good sign. So now you have to do is again go back to the SD card, micro SD card, get down below. Now you have to flash is the HyperOS, and just wait for it to get flash. It will take a bit of your time, like a lot of time, so just I'll skip this process and let's meet after the HyperOS is flashed. So guys, as you can see, the HyperOS has been installed. Now let's go back, and you have to flash this No SetupWizard zip and just get along with this. Okay, yeah, that's it, it's done. Just reboot system and you will have Xiaomi's HyperOS 2.0.3.0 on your Redmi Note 4 and the Redmi Note 4X, which is called in China. And obviously this is for the Snapdragon variant, not the MediaTek version. So yeah, just be sure when you are flashing and what you are flashing. And guys, as you can see with the boot animation, so you have finally installed the HyperOS successfully. So that is it for the video, guys. If you guys like the video, press the like button. If not, press the dislike button. And if you want to watch more videos on the Redmi Note 4 or the 4X, you can hit the subscribe button. So the black screen will go after a while, so don't worry about that. And any comments, any feedbacks on the if you have on the video or the HyperOS or stuff, then you have to put it down below in the comment section. And yeah, that is it. I'll just show you that the black screen will go, so it will take some time to I think configure the system or something like that. It may be a background process, but yeah, the black screen stays for a while. Okay guys, as you can see, HyperOS has successfully booted. Sorry, I don't want to end this video right now because I have to show you something really important. So as you can see, it is in Chinese language at first. So yes, if you are a non-Chinese, you have to do this. Okay, just follow my steps. I have to decrease the brightness a bit more. Yes, now it's fine. Now you have to go down below. You can see this icon, the second last option. You have to press this. Now you have to press the second option, and you have to press the first option after that, and then you can select your language. Mine's the English. Just set it to English, and you can change it to any other language, or if you know any other language, you can set it directly. There's English India, so I'll set it to English India. And as you can see, you have successfully changed the language, and now you can do the Google Play stuff. You can install Play Store, and you can finally totally use the latest Xiaomi's offering, the HyperOS 2.0.3.0 on your Redmi Note 4. So that is it for the video. I'm finally ending this. Grab the description, study it, like not study it, just read the description, download it and install it on your Redmi Note 4 or the 4X. So bye bye guys. I hope you guys like the video. Again, I'm saying if you guys like it, press the like button. If not, then the dislike button, and there's a subscribe button here, red one. If you press it, it will be a really good thing, and if not, obviously it's a great thing too. Just watching the video is a good thing for me. That's a like button for me. So yeah, feedbacks will be in the comment section, and for all the videos, if you want to watch it, you can watch the Redmi Note 4 playlist. I have made it, so you can check it out. And that's it guys. Bye bye. See you in another video. Bye bye.